Good afternoon, Blast Processors. We've actually got a new game today that we're going to try out, and it's quite an obscure title. It's a Japanese animation-style fighting game, and it's called Arcana Heart 3. It comes out this Friday, which is the 18th, I think it is.
19th.
19th.
The 18th today, Dave.
It's the 18th today, so it's the 19th
Day
tomorrow.
early.
So we're going to give this a go. It does look incredibly good.
Well, it's one I've been looking at for a while, being a big 2D fighter fan. Look at that slogan there. Swords and guns and ass-kicking nuns.
There is no male fighting characters in this game. It's all female characters. So
Which is, there's a few Japanese fighting games like that.
well, they like their sort of different kind of games, don't they? Different sort of. Anyway,
I love their all-female cast, especially.
Yeah.
It's probably a schoolgirl in here somewhere. But we're playing it purely for the fighting.
we are purely for the fighting. I'm sure
We
it's,
do.
well, hopefully this should be pretty good. Cause
I'll be looking forward to
the
it.
last game we played similar to this is BlazBlue, which had a very unique sort of fighting style and was very good and very hard with some of the characters.
Yeah, it's very fast-paced. I'm wondering what the actual fighting's going to be like in this.
It's going to be, very different compared to, say, Street Fighter and so on. And BlazBlue, of course.
You may have noticed this is the limited edition of the game, which has bigger box, different cover. This is the game cover itself.
And you've got the soundtrack, which includes cards with the
Move lists.
move lists for all the characters. Quite a few characters, actually. I'm pretty sure none of them are duplicates.
Value for money.
And you also get
A
nice
lovely.
little
This
art
is
book.
quite a big art book. I've had the previous two BlazBlue special editions, and this is a little bit thicker actually than both sets. It's about the same size as the two put together. So some black and white sketches. Oh, it's mostly black and white. Oh, apart from the colour section at the beginning.
with all the different characters,
Yeah.
Very standard Japanese female attire going
Indeed.
on there.
Well, without further ado, let's see how this thing plays.
Oh yes, let's get fighting. So we jump straight into the verses. We've not bothered having a look at the story or training or anything like that.
No.
Where all the options are there.
Well, fighting games are always best played against a human opponent. Here's, oh my lord, look at that one. With the robot.
that is crazy.
That's cool.
I like how if you look at the characters quite closely, they look it is very much a 2D style fighter, isn't
Oh,
it?
very much so. It's sprites all the way. Hey, I can't actually decide who to pick. She's the main character, isn't she? From the front of the box.
Yeah.
She's,
She looks pretty cool. Bit ninja-ish
Look
going
at
on
that.
there. Oh wow. That is a funky green monster.
I think we're going to start simple. We'll have her.
The normal.
So we haven't bothered with the voiceover.
Oh, so this must be. I did see something about different arcanas.
Oh, right.
I thought you had to stick with whichever character you chose had their own specific arcana, but this is telling me something
You can
different.
choose to have
You
different
can
abilities.
choose.
Okay.
For the big fire.
I'll
Wolf.
go for this basic one here.
But yeah,
The Arcana is like a spirit, kind of?
I think so. I mean, when you look at the stat cards, you've got different move listings for both standard fighters and the Arcanas. So
It could be a good bit of customization then, really. So
yeah, finding the best combination
Yeah.
between fire and Arcana.
So there's a bit of depth to this particular fight.
And we've not even played it yet.
We've not even
played
These
it
are
yet.
good first impressions, Dave. Straight away we can see it's not widescreen.
No. Unless it all of a sudden spreads out to widescreen in a second after this little bit of a...
No, I didn't think it was somehow. The first, yeah. The usual quarter circles. Punches work.
My character's not as quick as I thought she'd be.
Shoulder buttons also do stuff. If you try
So they do.
R1, L2, it's a more powerful kind of...
Not as quick as BlazBlue, is it? Or
Yeah.
my character feels quite almost heavy.
So excuse us for our lack of experience of the game. This really is the first time we've ever played it. We thought it'd be nice to give you like the first impression of the game,
An honest reaction.
an honest reaction to what it's like. So far, this is pretty good. It's what you expect from a 2D fighter. I haven't played a lot in my time. It's nothing particularly stands out as yet.
No, not yet.
This isn't.
We don't know how to activate the arcanas or anything like that yet, or.
This isn't too dissimilar from a PS2 game in terms of visuals.
I have absolutely no idea why I did that.
You did trying the old double quarter circle move, but well done, Dave.
It's one apiece now, isn't
One
it?
apiece?
One apiece. A little bit of interaction between the characters at the beginning of the fight and between rounds.
Always nice. Lots of Japanese mumblings.
The backdrops aren't, well, in this particular stage, aren't they? Most.
It's quite simple.
Yeah.
But sharp. The visuals are sharp. I mean, we are playing from a HD telly, so it looks pretty good. The actual characters aren't quite as sharp as the backgrounds.
No.
I like the pressing the shoulder buttons and help you kind of fly around the screen and get quite a bit of speed up.
I've just noticed the characters on the left and right of the screen as your character sort of reacts. Like if you're getting beaten a lot, she changes. She looks in more pain.
You can't probably see on the camera both sides of the screen, but on either side of the screen you have an image of your character. Yay! Now I get to pet Kono, pet, 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 pet. He.
Very typical.
Very cute. Let's try out some of these more funky
Whoa,
looking
look at
characters.
this.
Whoa, Dave. I like the look of this.
I've got like an angry looking Akami.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's quite similar, isn't it? I've got a kind of doodle character. I'm going to go for a darkness arcana here. We don't quite know how the arcanas affect the gameplay as of yet.
I think we might need to have a bit of a read up.
I think we may have to read up a little bit.
That's a very Ghibli-like creature you've got there. Is your Arcana?
Yeah, that's true. It actually reminds me of if you played Rakuga Kids on the N64, where all the characters were illustrations.
Really?
2D fighter. Good game for any of you Blast Process out there wanting a bit of a different 2D fighter. That Rakuga Kids.
Well, isn't that your Arcana?
Oh yeah, the shadow. Yeah, the darkness arcana is actually the shadow of my character.
Oof.
I like this character. Yeah, this is good. It's got a lot of imagination.
Yes, very different kind of art style. I like the unusual characters.
It's been actually a while since I've played a 2D fighter like this. The last one I probably played was Super Street Fighter 4, which obviously is a little different than your average 2D fighter.
Oh dear.
If I could compare this to anything, it would be BlazBlue, Guilty Gear. I don't think it's quite as fast as either of those two games.
I think, I mean, this is only our second fight on it, but I think the visual style and how nice BlazBlue looks in HD, you know, I really like that.
You think this
obviously a bit, yeah. Oh,
don't ask me how I did that. I meant to do a throw there by pressing square and X. But it's very easy to pick up and play.
Oh yeah.
You know, don't feel like you need to have some experience with 2D fighters.
Looking at the combo cards, there's a lot of really impressive, hard-looking moves to do.
Oh sure, yeah. There's a particularly difficult one on one of these cards. For example, something like that, the bottom one there. Yeah, good luck with that.
I feel if Blast Processors get this and can pull off that move, please record it and put it on YouTube so we can marvel at it.
Got many friends, puppy, but Echo only has Kazu. Echo has lots of sisters, though. They're lots of fun. And so's this. We'll just have one more fight now, Dave?
One more fight, and then we'll do a bit more research into this, into what's going on.
I've got to try this one here. The big
Any ideas on
Dr. Robotnik looking robot bunny.
It does actually look a lot like Robotnik, doesn't it? It's the
Or
red and the
Eggman,
black.
yeah. Forget he's not called Robotnik anymore, is he? You know what? We'll have the Arcana Sound, the Phoenix, or Phoenix.
Spirit of Fenrir. Fenrir. I'm not very good at pronouncing names.
It's alright. Plays fine with a PlayStation controller.
Yes,
I've always found 2D fighters are alright with...
it's the D-pad, isn't it?
Yeah. It's much better to play with a pad than the Xbox, I think. The Xbox controller's not great, the D-pad. But luckily enough, I personally have got an arcade stick for Xbox, so use that for the 2D fighters. Yeah, but don't feel like you need to get an arcade stick for the PS3 version at least. The controllers are quite alright for this. Yeah! Yeah, I do like the animations at the side. They're quite elaborate, actually.
Yeah. Man's a very hard-hitting character. Can't seem to do it.
I like the sword.
A speed booster with mine in this one.
Oh,
the
no
characters
speed
all
boost.
seem to be able to do one, but
Use R1.
we've got rockets.
Oh, Rocket Rabbit. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh.
Try and do a special.
Ah.
The throw. That'll do. Section final. I think that means final round. Surprised there's no Wii version of this actually. There's nothing that we can't handle.
No.
Maybe it's just the current trend at the moment. Not so many new titles being released for the Wii.
Ah.
Oh,
I
other
did
than-
make a
yes.
purchase today, as well as this. I got myself a copy of Xenoblade.
Yeah,
Well, that's a different story.
That's an RPG. Another Japanese flavoured game though.
I won one.
Well done, Dave.
Hey! Well, we're going to do a little bit more research into it and find out what all the arcanas and such mean. If we find any more about the game that we haven't put on this video, then we'll mention it on blastprocess.com. But it's alright, I mean, it's no Street Fighter beater, and my first impressions are that games like BlazBlue and other similar 2D fighters may have the edge over this one. But it certainly is quite different.
There's not so many of these around at the moment.
No.
It's always nice to see a new 2D fighter.
a new one. I think there's a lot more depth to this game than we've barely scratched the surface.
It's got a lot of personality.
Yeah.
So my first impression of this one are good, and if you're into 2D fighters, yeah, I think it's a must purchase
There you go.
for 2D fighter fans. Other people might want to wait for our full Blast Process preview of the game.
Yeah, yeah. But if you can get a hold of a copy quite cheap, I would recommend it. Like I say, it's out on the 19th, which is tomorrow at the time this video is being filmed. Yeah, have your own opinion. Maybe there'll be a demo on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. I don't think for this kind of game there will be, but we'll have to see.